Good morning, my YouTube viewers. Palestine here. Welcome to my channel. Uh, Yesterday evening, I had a bit of a light-hearted video telling you about my day, my date day with my boyfriend. And so I went to bed, I washed my hair, and I went to bed, and then woke up, and it's a completely different morning. And basically what happens is I was going to make this video in August when I was going to say, oh, I've been on Anastrozole for a year now, and I probably will still go ahead and make it. But this morning, because I have such a hard time standing up, so like if I'm sitting in a chair and I need to get up, I need to hold on to something and maybe hold on to my knee or whatever to actually stand up. So I have to hold, for me to sit in a chair and stand up, I have to hold on to something to be able to stand up. If I want to sit down in a chair, I need help to sit down in the chair. And the reason why is because we go to this handout. I had a cup of water in my hand, trying to hold my handbag, hold my sandwich or piece of chicken, have the cup of water in my hand, and I can't sit down because I don't have anything to hold on to while I'm sitting down. And then also I'm pretty much incontinent now. I have to go to the bathroom all the time. So that's another problem. And, you know, my bones hurt, my joints hurt, and everything like that. And I understand that some of it is to do with aging, but I'm also taking this drug called Anastrozole, which is an aromatase inhibitor. And aromatase inhibitors, what they do is they prevent your body from making estrogen. So I'm not medically trained, so I can't tell you exactly how it works, but that's what it does, is it prevents my body from making estrogen. And so estrogen keeps you young. And so estrogen keeps your muscles strong, keeps your bones strong, keeps you reproductive. But even after you go through menopause, your body still takes androgens and converts them to estrogen. Well, the aromatase inhibitors prevent all that. It prevents the androgens from converting to estrogen, and it prevents your body from producing estrogen, which is what you need to stay young. And so this morning, when I'm puttering around in the kitchen and thinking about it, and I'm thinking, well, you know, thinking to myself, well, what have I got to live for? Because I'm taking these aromatase inhibitors, which is anastrozole, to keep the breast cancer at bay, because I have breast cancer, and they gave me a lumpectomy, well, 2 lumpectomies really, and then they gave me radiotherapy on the affected breast. And then in addition to that, I'm taking anastrozole, the aromatase inhibitor, and that's supposed to keep the cancer at bay. Fortunately, I didn't have to get chemotherapy. I'm glad about that. I'm glad that I didn't have to get chemotherapy, because I probably would have lost my job if I had to get chemotherapy. And then but yeah, now because I'm taking this anastrozole, I don't have any estrogen in my body. If I fall, I will break a bone, and I'm just puttering around like an 80-year-old woman. And then a week or so ago, when I went to see my dentist, I told him that, and he goes, oh no, that's not true. Well, yes, it is true. I can tell I have problems sitting down, I have problems getting up, I have problems bending down to do the laundry, like to do my laundry. I have all of these mobility issues that were not necessarily issues before I started taking the Anastrozole. But since I'm taking the Anastrozole, and I've been taking it for like close to 10 months now, I've noticed that I'm having these issues. Even though I'm 65, I'm puttering around the house like an 80-year-old woman. And so I think to myself, well, what have I got to live for? You know, I think to myself, what have I got to live for? My family doesn't care about me. I know my boyfriend cares about me. He would be upset if something happened to me because, well, I do a lot for him. I cook for him, and I help him with his income and expenses. I created a spreadsheet for him so he can enter data into the spreadsheet. He can't create a dead spreadsheet, but he can enter data into a spreadsheet. I help him send his emails because he has to update 2 spreadsheets. One spreadsheet is for his reselling items, and then I created that for him. And the next spreadsheet is for his leaflet distribution, and I created that for him. And then I help him send his emails, and even I have problems sending emails. If it's something that I haven't used and something I'm not accustomed to using, then I have to figure out how to do it and what to do. So I know my boyfriend would be upset if something happened to me because I do a lot for him. And I have another friend, a Sikh friend. He's dyslexic, so he definitely would be upset if something happened to me because I do a lot for him. I cook his dinner, I read for him, I write for him. Anything that requires reading or writing, I have to help him with. So I know he would be upset if something happened to me. But those are the only two people who would suffer in any way if anything happened to me. And so I just think to myself, well, what have I got to live for? What have I got to live for? If I stop taking this Anastrozole, the cancer will come back and then I'll die. But what have I got to live for? And like some lady that lives on my road, because I live in a council estate, she told me that her mother died of breast cancer. And basically her mother had the lumpectomies and probably the radiotherapy. I don't know if she had chemotherapy, but she was also having to take these tablets, and I don't know what kind of tablets they were. I don't know if it was a tamoxifen type tablet or an anastrozole type tablet, because these tamoxifen type tablets are if you're premenopausal, and the aromatase inhibitors, which there's different drugs of aromatase inhibitors, they are for postmenopausal. So I don't know which drugs she was taking, but she was having to take these drugs, and then she stopped taking them. And then so when she stopped taking them, the cancer spread to her bones, and then after that, the cancer spread to her liver, and then when the cancer spread to her liver, it killed her. So maybe she was going through the same things I'm going through, like weight gain. As you can see, I've got a roll about my middle, or maybe it was having problems with her mobility. Maybe she was walking around like an 80-year-old woman too, but maybe she had the same issues I have, and maybe she decided not to take it. So I don't know. If I see a doctor again, which if you watched my video yesterday, you know I'm not keen on medical professionals. But if I see a doctor again, I might say to them that I'm not really happy taking this Anastrozole because of the side effects and what's going to happen. Well, you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen if you don't take it. Your cancer's going to come back, because that's what's keeping the cancer at bay. So basically, the only thing keeping me alive, really, is Anastrozole. But I've also got diabetes, and diabetes is causing problems as well, because I'm having problems with my nails, and they say that's the result of being diabetic. And because I've got problems with my nails, it could actually progress to an ulcer, and I definitely don't want that. I definitely don't want it to progress to an ulcer. So I don't know. That's just what I was thinking this morning. Is this aromatase inhibitor is keeping me alive? And I don't know if I want to keep taking it. I don't know if I want to continue my life like this. And so it's something I'll have to think about, and something I'll have to speak to a doctor about. So thank you for watching my video. If you like my video, please like and subscribe. Thank you for taking an interest in my very pathetic life.